Good morning from Darcy and I. So we didn't do a reading yesterday because my energy just felt so off. I didn't feel particularly off. Like, I wasn't like in a Nine of Swords or anything, but I just felt really heavy energy and it didn't feel like nice energy to do a reading with. So just going to do one of those rando readings today where I'm going to use the same deck I did the other day, the Wandering Moon Tarot and the Wandering Star Oracle. So again, what we'll do is we'll see what the bottom of the deck energy is once I split the decks, ready to do the pre-shuffle. And then we will get into it. All right. So the first deck I'll do the split on is the Oracle deck. And bottom of the deck is Close the Lid. I feel like I'm doing a reading for my children here. Can you please close the lids properly? Seal the bags up so they don't go stale. Anyway, close the lid. Maybe there's a chapter on your life that you need to close the lid on. Let's see. Maybe you've just recently closed a chapter. Maybe a cycle has ended in your life and it's time to take the lessons and move forward. Let's see. I think it's funny that I mentioned the Nine of Swords about my energy yesterday, that I wasn't that it, but we got the Nine of Swords. So what I'm getting is that something needs to be closed out here because it's causing something has recently been closed out because it was causing you great distress, or it's time for you to close something out because it's causing you great distress. Maybe yesterday's energy is making it in today. Sorry about that, but maybe having Dada here will lighten the load a little bit. Hey, you're a good girl, Dada. You is a good girl. Yeah, you is a good girl. All right. So let's do some Oracle. See if any more energy stands out to me as I split to shuffle. We've got the Metamorphosis, so that's change. So it's, you know, there's incoming change, or you're currently going through some kind of change within at the moment, or your life is like going from cocoon to butterfly, but it's required you to be able to close something else out in order to be able to get there. Origins, so some of you could be really looking deep into your family's origin stories at the moment, your own origin stories, like trudging back through generations. Maybe this is a part 2 of the reading I did the other day about facing that intergenerational wounding that's creating what we're seeing in society today, you know. But we got the Celebrate. So I am getting that this isn't all Nine of Swords energy. This is about moving through something that has been anxiety inducing, grief producing, maybe causing a lot of restlessness at night, trouble getting to sleep, Maybe it's creating anxiety within you that's making it hard for you to navigate your days. I know that feeling. But being that this is the last split of this type of shuffle and Celebrate come out, I feel like this kind of is going to have a happy ending. I've been getting right back into gardening lately, and I think it's helping me work on my patience. Because, you know, much like healing, when you plant seedlings or seeds, you don't get the results right then and there. You know, there's this growth that happens, different stages of growth, and eventually you get to the space where you can start harvesting the fruits of your labor, you know? So maybe that's the story we're telling today. Let's wait and see. I wonder if any of the cats will join the video today. They have been fed, so it's unlikely that they're going to come and harass me for any food, but, you know, they are cats. And little Theo is a bit of a troublemaker at times, but we love him. We love him. Let's see. Can't even hold these cards properly today. Let's see if anything comes out. There we go. So we got close the lid, but we've got the open door. Open the door. So this could be about closing out one cycle so a new cycle can begin. It's the old, you need to clear space for the new, right? Let's see what other messages we have today. Unblock. So I've got a few things coming to me with unblock, linking back to close the lid, Nine of Swords, and then the open the door. When it comes to blocks, we have blocks that we can't do anything the fuck about. And then we have blocks that are internal that we can work on. So you've got the needing to close out a cycle for a new cycle to start. But you need to check yourself to make sure there's no blocks that can interfere with this cycle, right? I mean, depending on why you're watching this, it could be like, hey, there's a new open door, but you've got the person blocked. Awkward. What else we got? We've got higher power again. But I'm feeling like more energy wants to come out. So We might go 4 cards today, or we'll see. Hang on, there we go. Look, Celebrate came out, which was that middle of the deck energy when I was doing the shuffle. So, and it closes out our oracles. Connection being on the bottom of the deck as we finish that. What my intuition is telling me, and I don't tend to do reads like this, is you've been going through something in your life, right, that you've needed to close out because it has been distressing. It has been causing you a hell of a lot of overthinking. There's been grief, there's been anxiety, there's been nightmares, there's been, you know, it could be any of those things, right? And then what the cards that have come out are kind of saying to me that I will read from the book, because they could have very different meanings from the book than what my intuition is picking up, right? So there is a new opportunity coming in. It might be an opportunity that you already are aware of, but it could be an opportunity that you're not yet aware of, but that there is a door opening, or a door that has recently opened. But there is some kind of block in place still. And it's something that you're going to have to tap into your higher power in order to understand and shift and integrate. But once you do that, there will be reasons for celebration. Maybe not a huge big street party, but maybe some internal happiness. I don't know. But first, let's read from the book what they all mean, all right? So open. A heavy wooden door, ancient and ageless, is waiting for you to walk through it. This is the door that guards the room which holds the infinite volumes of your past lives. Accessing these memories from these lives will help you to understand who you were, who you are, and who you will become. You can gain a better understanding of the soul you are today, as you will know your own backstory with far more clarity. Do not fear crossing this threshold. The information you can access by crossing it is a mixture of light, dark, and infinite grays in between, or what I call technicolor. There can be sadness and hardship found in some past lives, but there is also happiness, love, and community. This story is part of you. It came into existence the moment your soul was born. Spirit is there to keep you safe and alleviate any uncertainty about entering the sacred space behind this door. Past life regression will help you to access this portal, to open it, and to reach for the memories it guards. Your past lives are waiting. They wish to be remembered, to share their tale with you, to help you understand yourself in a far more deeper and meaningful way. Give your past lives that chance and feel your connection to the universe expand and come to life in brilliant, unpredictable ways. So yeah, now I am really feeling like this is tied to the reading I did a couple of days ago with this deck, where we talked about the intergenerational wounding and stuff, but this appears to be opening the door to past life lessons. Sorry, clearly this dog is just needing some love this morning. So whether it's something that you believe in or not, past lives, we can bring, bloody hell, why is it every time I start recording this comes undone? Darcy, I love you. I love you so much. Okay, so our soul reincarnates and has lessons still to learn from past lives. And there's a lot we can learn from that. And how important it is to close those cycles out, so that at your next rebirth you have already dealt with those cycles, so you probably won't face them in your next lifetime. Or if you do, it'll be a test to make sure that you really have learned the lesson. You can usually tell when you have a lesson to learn from a past life, because it'll be a recurring theme that seems to happen throughout your life. Which will create blocks in different areas of your life. I think it's really important. This is the reason healing's really important. Breaking cycles that have been detrimental to us allows us to create new, you know? And as I said, like, there are certain blockages in this world that we don't really have control over, you know? Not without massive shifts happening within the world. And, sorry, I just need to clip this back in before it falls out. But yeah, let's see what unblock says, because otherwise this video is going to go forever. So unblock. This is the symbol of the heart chakra. All right. So have a look. Symbol of the heart chakra. Which connects. This is the chakra which connects the lower ones. So you've got your heart chakra, you've got your solar plexus, sacral, and root. And then you've got your throat, your third eye, and your crown. There are other people who talk about other ones, like I can't remember. The Earth Star, which is the one below the root. And then you've got your Soul Star as well, which is above the crown. Grounding energy flows up from the earth, while cosmic energy beams down from the spiritual realm above. These energies will then usually meet at your heart, where it can eddy and flow together throughout the rest of your entire being. But your heart chakra is experiencing a blockage. When there is a blockage in the heart, these crucial energies are unable to meet and combine. It is unable to fuel you and keep you connected to Mother Earth below and cosmos above. It causes a fracture and sense of not being part of the wider interconnected world, which is causing this what is causing this blockage? It may be due to an emotional upset, stress, holding on to bad memories, or negative emotions being projected onto you. You need to find this blockage, work out why it's there, and then begin to process of unblocking it. Once the energies can travel freely up and down your central column, you will feel connected and more at peace. So what we might be needing to close the lid on is any of those things that cause our heart to have a block. our heart chakra to have a blockage. Your lesson to learn this lifetime might be to really learn how to love yourself, which is really important for heart chakra health. I have noticed my heart chakra unblocking for a year. For a decade before that or more, I was pretty closed off to some love, some types of love. Like, I've always had love for my community, my kids, but there has been a certain block there that developed after my dad's sudden death, because that was such a tremendous loss for me. My brain and my heart couldn't quite manage it. Where I know, like, I even to some degrees distanced myself from my own children because the idea of one of them dying was too fucking much for me after losing my dad. That and it's weird, I haven't really talked about this, but yeah, it's a self-protection thing. To be vulnerable is to really open yourself up to the criticisms of the world and to the heartaches of the world and the horrors, you know. And for a period of time there, I couldn't. Put myself out there and risk going through a loss of that magnitude again. Over time, I've realized that denying myself those things means I already lived in the loss of that magnitude, you know, like, because I was denying myself that full experience. I wasn't denying myself on purpose. I have complex trauma. But it's, you know, again, those coping mechanisms that we use to adapt to the circumstances that we're in become maladaptive over time as we heal, and we still try and use those maladaptive practices, you know. And so practicing compassion, self-love, filling your own cup, sitting your own cup above, which I heard the other day, sitting your own cup above other people's and allowing the overflow to fill their cups, you know. Remembering that you are loved, you are worthy, and that your birthright is unconditional love, right? And that's what that's the kind of medicine our heart chakra needs. Okay, higher power. Okay, so this one is talking about how frequency is invisible until it's recorded in waves, that it's a force which is emitted by everything in the universe. Everything produces their own vibrational frequency, everything. The entire universe is constantly and consistently moving about and with an ancient infinite amount of vibrational levels with endless ranges of frequency. That you are entirely able to regulate your own frequency from high to low. I've talked about it before, how emotions are just energy in motion, right? So they're producing a frequency. You know, it takes time and practice to be able to regulate from high to low, from low to high. But with time, it is something that will be in your complete control. It's that energetic transfer that happens when you are connected with people. Everyone that you speak to, everyone that you even think about, dream about, there's an energy transfer happening, yeah? Being very conscious of the vibrational output of yourself. But it's also very important to protect the vibrational frequencies from interfering in your own, right? Understanding that caring about your own vibrational frequency is caring about the collective, right? So again, like healing yourself heals the collective. It may not make sense to you because you might be still thinking that you're just one person. But none of us are islands. And I say this all the time because it's so relevant. None of us are fucking islands. There is cause and effect kind of thing. Anyway, sorry, daydreaming. And celebrate. $54. This is your reminder to celebrate your victories and achievements, no matter the size nor the significance. It's important to pause, reflect, and reward your hard work, as it helps to remind you of how worthwhile your time and efforts truly are. Like I was talking about with the gardening, you know, you plant a seed or some seedlings, and you have to care and nurture those seeds and seedlings. And you're not going to be able to reap the benefits of those seeds and seedlings right away. It's going to take a period of time before the harvest. And I think a really motivating thing as you move along your healing is being able to celebrate your wins along the way. You know, when you notice that, hey, I didn't respond in the way I normally would. Hey, I'm doing a healing. Like I have a glass keep cup, right? It's like my security blanket. Anyway, the other day I knocked it and smashed it, and five years ago that would have like broken me. Right? Fucking broken me. I would have been saying, you fucking idiot, Cin, like, why aren't you paying attention? You know, you've just fucking broken your cup. Now there's fucking tea everywhere. There's broken glass everywhere. You're a freaking idiot. But I was just like, meh, it broke. Can't do anything about it now. And I was like, wow, Cin, healings. So yeah, I think this card's really a reminder of celebrating how far you've come, no matter if it's like 5 steps or a kilometer, but celebrating how far you come as you go, you know, reminding yourself that this takes time. Healing is a lifelong journey. It's not something that just happens because we want it to happen, you know. Believing that you are actually worthy of being celebrated. And this goes back to unblocking the heart chakra, you know, believing you are worth celebrating. You are worthy. You are fucking awesome, regardless of where you are on your healing journey. Like, nobody's perfect. Everybody fucks up. Everybody makes mistakes. But I think it's in how we handle those fuck ups and those mistakes that really show us how far we have come, you know. I think we can feel really shameful talking about our things that have happened to us or things that we have done. But really, shame does die when told in safe spaces, you know? So when you allow yourself to celebrate you and the people around you to celebrate you, you're creating an atmosphere of safety where you can start vocalizing those points of shame. Hold them and nurture them, show compassion for them yourself. But in those safe spaces, there's a lot of validation, you know? Take it. All right, let's get some tarot. Sorry, I feel like I've waffled. I feel like I waffle a lot with this deck. I think it's really important to remember, you know, the trauma that happened to us didn't happen in 5 seconds. So the healing itself is not going to take 5 seconds. I've been on my healing journey for a long time. Granted, I still had a lot of trauma happening to me during that time, but it's still taken a really long time, you know? I'm still a work in progress. All right, let's get some advice from tarot. But again, I feel like the message here is that your higher power is going to help you to do some of that unblocking in order for that door to past life cycles, being able to be looked at, have the lid closed on them so that new doors can open. well, there we go. So, advice from the universe to start with is Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands is all aces are like new beginnings or offerings. Ace of Wands is represented by fire, which is our passions. So what this is saying is, by working through these and closing out these past life cycles, being able to unblock your heart chakra, which is possibly a past life wound that you've brought into this life. There's the possibilities of new, creative, passionate beginnings. You know, the Ace of Wands is also the, maybe you're gonna get some sex. I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that on YouTube, but it's okay because I'm not monetized, so we're all good. Let's see what else wants to come out. Nine of Stars. We're getting some very positive cards out. So, you know, maybe like what I felt with this is going to end on a good note with the Celebrate card. Nine of Stars is like Nine of Cups in normal tarot, and that is your personal emotional fulfillment, your wish fulfillments, your self-love, your cup is full kind of thing. Your personal cup is full. So by moving through all of this past life stuff and unblocking your heart chakra by using your, you know, tapping into higher power, to integrate, to, and this can also be about a new start, using creative energy to integrate. That's very nice energy. Let's see what other advice or good news that we can give to motivate the move through this work. Eight of Moons and the Ace of Swords. All right, Eight of Moons tells us that, which is the Eight of Pentacles in, we got the High Priestess on the bottom. Building onto your already solid structures, continuing to build them, work, invest in them. And the Ace of Swords, my favorite cut through the bullshit card. This is when you have clarity. You've taken off the blindfold and you are looking at it for what it is. And I think that is beautiful self-reflection, and that is the stepping stone to being able to end these cycles and see things for what they are, right? We got two aces here, so that's like new beginnings. which is really nice. And to have both like cups and pentacles out in the positions that they are, it's a nice closing message of, you know, that this is going to take some work, but by the end you will have cut through the bullshit and have good clarity around what it is that you need the clarity on. Anything else? Whoa. All right. Final advice is the Emperor is you reclaiming your own kingdom, right? Standing strong in that, grounded, ready to take action where needed, and protect what needs protecting. The Emperor is like all four kings' energy in one. So the Emperor is traditionally Aries in the tarot, the major arcana for Aries, which is fire. But the Emperor embodies fire, water, air, and earth in a balanced way that allows them to move with clarity and direction in a healthy way. And the sun is on the bottom, and that's saying that, you know, that there is happiness to come, there is joy to come, that the sun always rises, and that's something that we can guarantee, that every day the sun is going to rise, even if it's hidden by clouds. And that's a constant, and it's, again, gives life, and it is the happiest card in the deck. So the underlying energy for the final message is that there's ultimate internal happiness that can come from this. And you can feel solid in it, you know, you can feel really solid and stable and reliable, and this is not out of your reach. Anyway, thank you for joining me and Darcy today, and we might see you tomorrow.